Is radical love possible in the United States? Welcome to Media Rants. I'm Tony Palmeri. I've been following the Democratic Party race for president very closely. Over 20 Democrats are running to try and replace Donald Trump in 2020, and I've just been fascinated by the debates that the candidates are having so far. One thing that I have found particularly fascinating, maybe to the point of being troubling, is that only one of those 20 plus candidates so far has been called bonkers or weird or not making any sense. And that's spiritualist and self help author Marianne Williamson. And what is it about her that's bonkers? It's that she's talking about love in relation to politics. At one of the debates, Ms. Williamson directly addressed President Trump and said, "Sir, you are harnessing fear for political gain. I plan to harness love." The major media went bonkers themselves, thought it was totally impractical, made no sense. How dare she? Well, look, if you think about political discourse from the standards of the American media, yeah, someone talking about love is bonkers and makes no sense. But if we look at it globally, I think it makes complete sense. In Turkey, a country that's currently being run by President Erdogan, who's kind of like a divisive Trump style populist, he's recently been directly challenged by a man named Ekrem Imamoglu, who actually ran on a platform of radical love. His political party, in fact, has put out a pamphlet called A Theory of Radical Love, and it stands for this scandalous proposition that political parties ought to care as much about the people who disagree with them as the people who agree with them, to the point of actually loving our enemies. Imagine that. So, will Marianne Williamson become president of the United States? Probably not. In fact, she may not even last through the Democratic primaries that much longer. But I think it's really sad that someone who talks about love is called bonkers or weird when the typical politicians who come out with so much stupidity and ignorance, their rhetoric is treated as the norm. To read more about this, go to my blog, Tony Palmeri's Media Rants. Look for Is Radical Love Possible in the United States? And you'll get links to some of the ideas I've been talking about. Until next time, I'm Tony Palmeri, and this is Media Rants.